Hello, welcome to Amelia's Voice. I'm here with conspiracy theorist Millie Rose Carter. We're going to be talking about some of the most well-known and most superstitious conspiracy theories. I have to start off with one, and it's if you believe that the Earth is flat.
No, I actually don't, but there's honestly the funniest story about it because it backs it so much. And I genuinely believe that this story is why people think it's flat.
Enlighten
So
me.
basically, everyone was on a flight, and this woman was heavily pregnant, and she was going to give birth on the plane if they did not land. So
Right.
they needed to do an emergency flight of get to the quickest kind of airport thing.
Yeah.
So when that happens with planes, obviously every single plane goes to the quickest place they can go, and they go in a straight line and they just go there.
Yeah.
So that's what happened, blah 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 blah. But when you actually put it on the map, if on the round Earth, if that plane went in that, which it did, go in that straight direction, it's curved. If it's on the Earth, which it is, why would a plane go like this to the destination?
Yeah.
When you just need to go straight. But if you put it on the kind of the flat Earth map, straight line where it needed to go, boom, fine, done.
Yeah.
And it's so odd because why the hell would the plane do that? And it didn't. It went straight because that's what you do when you fly a plane. It's just straight on, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But when you put it on the map, it doesn't. It's
That's really
curved.
odd.
But if you put it on flat. Yeah, just straight, yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it all moves.
Oh yeah, that does back it up, I suppose. It's just the satellite images of the Earth and stuff. That's kind of
Yeah, but they're all photoshopped anyway.
Yeah.
Every single photo that you see of the Earth is photoshopped. Nobody has ever seen, apart from astronauts out on the moon, has ever seen the actual photo of the Earth, because when you take photos of the Earth, it's a satellite going around like this, but it's missing gaps. So they have to Photoshop. They have to Photoshop all the clouds. They've got to Photoshop the bits of countries. It's not no one that has, unless you've been on the moon, has actually seen the naked eye of the
I guess we'll
Earth.
just
And
have to
I
ask
think
everyone in the
that's
space station.
so
Is
funny.
the Earth flat?
Even though they Photoshop it for it to look like the Earth.
Yeah.
But I just think it's so strange that none of us have actually seen pure. That's what the Earth looks like. It's just Photoshop. Which is crazy to me because they don't. The satellite, it just it misses these gaps when it goes round. So they've just got to kind of fill in the gaps, which I think is
really strange.
really odd. It's never you'd think the photo of the Earth is just someone in space taking a photo of it. It's not. Satellite going around it, and they've got to Photoshop all the gaps.
Oh, I didn't know
I know,
that.
it's so odd because if you zoom in, you can see that the clouds are replicated.
But is there any conspiracy theories that really pop out to you?
You've got conspiracies like that, you've got AI, you've got 9/11, you've got, I think AI's, have you heard everything about AI recently? Actually the worst thing you will ever hear in your life.
Okay, go on.
So I didn't know that AI had levels.
Right.
So I can't remember to the top of my head what they're called, but you've got levels of AI. So you've got AI, and then you've got everything above it. So we're at the point now where AI is kind of just, it's not as smart as a human.
Yeah.
But if you ask it a question, it's going to answer it.
Yeah.
But you've got scientists that say that the next part of AI is literally this year it could happen, and that is when AI has got the intelligence of a human.
Really?
It knows feelings, it knows its feelings. It can be a human if it wanted to be weird.
That's scary.
Then you've got the next level, which is when AI is smarter than any Einstein, smarter than Einstein, smarter than any of those people. Then there's another level where it's so smart that humans can't understand how smart it is. So AI is above us, and that's like
I hate that.
2030 that scientists have said that could happen. So that's literally 5 years where AI is smarter than any human, and we can't understand how smart it is. So it's done over us.
But it's also kind of like our fault that that's come into existence.
It's totally our fault.
We created it.
It's totally our fault.
So if the world gets taken over by robots, that's on us.
Yeah, and it's getting to a point where they're going to figure out, AI is going to figure out to a point that obviously they're kind of obeying to humans at the moment, but AI is constantly solving problems. That's kind of what it does.
Yeah.
That's why we have it. It's just solving things for us. It's doing things for us.
Yeah.
But it's going to get to a point where they're going to figure out, how do we fix climate change, whatever. But hold on a minute, what's the root cause of climate change? Wars. Humans. So they're going to want to get rid of us, because that's what we did it.
Yeah, it's
We've
our
done
fault. It's our fault. If there were no humans on the earth,
AI is actually the end of us.
Coral reefs would still be like colourful.
Yeah.
And
they're going to figure out that
we're the problem.
That it's humans that are the problem, and
yeah.
they won't need us anymore because they're smarter than anyone that could ever exist.
That's crazy.
They're smarter than any like all of our brains combined, every single person combined, they will be smarter than.
It's quite scary if you think about it, actually.
It's so scary.
I find it really scary.
I'm scared of it. I've got ChatGPT on my phone, I'm like, don't listen to me.
Thing is, at the moment, like, you ask ChatGPT anything, sometimes it doesn't even do what you want it to do.
Like it's.
But it will evolve eventually, and it will just.
Yeah, to think that like AI 5 years ago could not.
Like, do you know that
the
Will Smith, like, what's his eating noodles or something?
Yeah, I think that was literally a year ago.
Yeah.
And now look at it, it looks like he's done it.
It's like AI Instagram accounts as well. I keep seeing them everywhere.
Sometimes you can't even tell.
You can't tell. Yeah, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking that looks so real.
Yeah.
But then it's getting to the point where I start to doubt everything on social media.
No, literally, because you used to like. AI used to really struggle with feet and hands for some reason. Like they really struggled with it. Not anymore. They've got it fine. And like even stores. So this is why like artists, like every job's literally getting taken over. There is literally, I've seen it in like the range. Paintings and like all those paintings and pictures you can buy from like B&M and stuff, like for like a boy's bedroom, like it would be like an astronaut stood on the moon or like a car, and it's just like on a thing, you can buy it, just shove it on the wall or something.
Okay.
Normally, obviously that would be done by an artist, someone would have created that. You can now go into shops and see that it's AI created, because you can see that you've got the little watermark of the app that was used. You can see that like the wheels are a bit off, or like something's a bit weird. So literally, it's being taken over. Like hair salons, they've got robots for that now. They've got robots for there's salons like in China that's just robots.
I feel like all jobs are going to be taken over.
I hope so.
In the next like 50 years, you know what I mean? Maybe not as early, but I feel like eventually we're just all going to be sat in our front rooms getting everything done for us. But I'd hate that. I couldn't live like that.
I think, what did someone say? They said in the next 5 years, they reckon, or 5 or 10 years, they reckon that there will be a robot like per household in the world.
My God, I couldn't.
That's disgusting. Like an actual robot that's doing things for you, not just like an Alexa.
I'd be scared that it was gonna like attack me.
Yeah, it's a big, heavy like machine.
Yeah.
It's
No, I don't think I could have that in my house.
I couldn't.
It would be disturbing.
No,
but AI is so scary. Even on social media, like when I see like some of them are a little bit too obvious, but even with people falling for it.
Yes, it's a lot. It's
so beautiful, so pretty to this girl who's not even real.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, wow. That
it'll be on Facebook. It's all on
camp.
Facebook, like #boom challenge Scarlett Johansson. That's all it is, and it's these old people in the comments because what it'll be like, it's my 100th birthday. Please wish me like 299 like 1,000 likes on it, and it's like, what? And it's these people in the comments, and they're like, oh my god, happy birthday, and I'm like,
And it's not real.
how are you falling for that? If they're falling for that, like,
Yeah.
I just think it's crazy. And like the phone calls, you've got AI scam calls now. I don't know if you've seen it on the news. It's because they obviously AI can replicate your voice now, and what people will do is like scam calls. They'll say they'll call your parents or something, and they'll like mimic your voice to be like, help me, I've been kidnapped. You need to send this person this much money.
Oh
And like
my
people
God.
are getting scammed of money because it's like they're replicating your
That's
voice.
crazy.
It's disgusting.
I know people have been using it on like singers' voices as well.
Yeah.
I know one of them, it was a song that was never ever released. Lana Del Rey didn't even make it, but she was releasing this album. It was like a country album called Lasso. She's not anymore, but somebody did like an AI version of a song called Lasso. She
God.
never sang it ever, and it sounds like her, exactly like her, but it's AI.
Yeah,
It's not real.
it's so scary. It's like it's what I mean. Musicians won't even like be able to do anything. It's
Yeah,
just,
exactly.
literally, it'll be.
You can literally make music out of AI now.
Even
that's
and
awful.
podcasts. They do AI podcasts now.
Really.
And
That's
it's just
crazy.
literally you can write on ChatGPT, make me a podcast about this and that, and it just does it.
That's
Because
crazy.
you can get like audio sounds now for like, you can literally just ask it, make me a podcast about a girl and a boy talking about blah blah blah. Done. You've got an half an hour audio
Wow.
podcast talking about whatever you
I
want. Your
feel
favourite show.
like at the moment that kind of just takes the humanity out of it.
It does, and it's weird because obviously AI voices like.
And it's
used
not
to
real
sound
opinions
really
either.
bad. No, it's not. It's just
It's robots
yeah.
making up.
But they
stuff.
sound so real. Like I remember AI voices used to sound so like robotic and like shit, and
Yeah.
you'd be able to tell.
It was like it wasn't like human, it was like a weird like
It's just so robotic and so obvious.
emphasising certain letters weirdly, and it
Yeah.
was just
Now they're giggling, they're sighing, they're going between sentences, and it just sounds so real. Like you could not tell that was AI for the life of you.
wow.
It's
That's so
disgraceful.
Another thing, something that I'm really interested in personally, and I know my mum is as well, is the conspiracy behind Diana's death,
Yeah.
how it wasn't an accident. What do you think of that?
So I've not looked too much into it, but oh my god, I think it's the most obvious thing. I don't even think it's a conspiracy anymore. The
Really?
backing to it is crazy.
Go on.
The letters that
Letters?
there was I swear, I'll have to find it. There's a letter, and it's literally, I will find it for you. It is the most, it is, when you read it and you think about the whole situation, you will go, what?
Really? I had no idea that
she
a letter
knew.
existed.
She knew. Like, if I search it, Diana's letter.
What, she knew she was going to die?
She knew.
Wow.
She knew. Let's see if I can find it and read it out, because it says, I'm sitting here at my desk today in October. She said, my husband is planning an accident, in quotes,
Ooh.
in my car, brake failure and serious head injuries in order to make something clear to marry Camilla. Like, that's what she wrote in her letter. She knew. So
That's
like, I just
insane.
think she literally said, planned a car accident. My husband's planning a car accident to be with Camilla. She knew she was gonna die.
But didn't they divorce anyway?
Yeah, I think it was. I
Maybe
don't
they just
know
wanted her
about
completely out of the way.
She
they're
wa- yeah,
completely
because I
gone.
think the issue was if Diana was still alive, she would have been like, obviously because she's more part of the royal than
Yeah.
Camilla, it wouldn't have worked. But if Diana died, Camilla could then be like properly part of the royal family, so that's why they killed her off.
Shit.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
That's crazy.
That letter's like.
She's queen
the
consort
biggest.
now, isn't she? I reckon she would have known about it.
She was, yeah, she did. I think they all knew.
In on it.
They literally, it's so sad because just think how like Harry and all them feel, and that they had to sit there and read that letter at some point,
Yeah.
and they know that
Yeah.
they know.
They have like killed their mum. That's crazy.
I think that letter's like the biggest giveaway that it was like that was not theory, that happened.
Oh my god, I don't think if I was her and I found out, I don't think I could ever get back in a car. But obviously you can't walk everywhere.
Exactly, yeah.
You don't want to be stuck in your house all the time.
It's absolutely crazy that no one talks about it enough. That it's a literal letter of her saying
that she was
going to die in a car accident and it was going to be planned and it was fake.
Oh my god.
And then it happened. She
and
died in a car accident.
And they just got away with it as well.
And everything was just like, oh no, must have been an accident after when she wrote that letter.
And then the royal family got away with it.
And they all got away with it. Absolutely disgusting.
Oh no, that makes me ill.
It's so obvious. It's so obvious. It's sad as well. Like
that is sad. I reckon she would have made like a really good queen as well, personally.
She was a good person. Like she was always doing charity work and stuff.
Visiting kids in
and she loved it. She loved doing it.
She was like for the people.
Yeah. She was like always thinking about other people, never herself.
Yeah. And then Camilla's just
ruined it all.
Yeah. And then Charles.
Absolutely.
I can't believe that. Who's next to the throne? Is it William?
I don't even know.
Harry's not for the throne anymore, is he?
Mm-hmm.
I reckon. I know there's something about consent. Obviously, Meghan Markle. Is that her name?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. How like he left and gave her the throne to protect her from what happened to his
believe
mom.
that 1,000%.
I believe that.
If that happened to,
because they didn't like Meghan, and to be honest,
I think they left, and it was a very smart decision that they left. I think
he gave her the throne to protect her.
I think Harry was like, look. Obviously, Harry knows what happened to his mum. I think we all bloody do. There's a letter about it. Literally, like, and I think he knew that if he stayed in that business, it would have just, she wouldn't be here anymore. I don't think she would.
That's crazy.
But obviously, they've been very vocal about it now, so it would look a bit dodgy if she randomly just car accident.
Concerning the royal family, actually, I know there's been some things around like recently there was a video, I don't know if it was fake or not, of Diana's voice over I think it was like a news broadcast or something. She said something, I can't remember what she said, but it was like really hushed. You'd probably be able to find it online. But it's really odd. It's really odd, and it's kind of scary as well. And there's little like videos of them apparently seeing catching Diana's ghost on camera, and the Grim Reaper at the coronation, which I don't know if that's real or not, but it's still quite unsettling to watch. I won't lie. I just think the whole thing behind like the royal family, it's got some creepy stuff.
There's some like Jeffrey Epstein as well. Yeah. Oh, I think that's another big one that he did not kill himself. Like the thing, obviously Jeffrey Epstein's a disgusting human being. Yeah. What he did was vile and definitely true. Yeah. But like, obviously he got put into jail for being a pedo. Yeah. But all the evidence, like even I've seen you can search up online and find the crime photos of like him, my dad.
I hate when people put things like that online.
Yeah, and you can just find
no one needs to see.
You can just find it.
It's like when Liam Payne died, and you see all of his. And it was like a news site. It was a small one that posted his dead body.
Literally just posted
and
it.
That's just.
It's crazy.
Awful.
And you
disgusting.
can just search up Jeffrey Epstein and find it. And so obviously the theory is like, oh, he hung himself on the bed. If like his around his neck, it just all the scientific stuff, like whatever, it just you can't die like that.
Yeah,
it's utterly messed up.
Like I think the whole music and even like Hollywood and celebrities, I just think the whole industry is just awful.
Yeah, there's people that have come out. I think was it Jeffree Star that came out something. There was this like little conspiracy that there's like little underground shopping things, like even like things like Starbucks, and it's like a secret underground thing. And
why though?
Because they just think they're better than everyone, and it's away from everyone. And there's like
I mean,
secret
I understand to a sense that you don't want to be constantly hammered by paparazzi.
And I thought that's so funny. I was like, there's underground little shops and stuff for celebrities. Yeah, it's true. They were like, they've all come out and been like, yeah, I'll go to those sometimes. Like Will Smith. That's why you never see them. They never get seen at like a Starbucks.
Yeah,
because they go into these like little underground ones. I'm thinking that's actually quite funny. Who's working there?
That's really
Who's
weird.
working at an underground Starbucks? Imagine you've got a little Mackey's. Who's working in there?
Must get paid quite a bit.
That pays good though, innit? And
Yeah.
you get
It's
to
certain
meet
celebrities.
get to meet Will Smith every time.
Yeah. That's quite funny.
Yeah, just a big fat mate, please.
Oh my god, that's actually hilarious. But I despise paparazzi so much. I think they go too far with like
That yeah.
like Britney Spears as well.
Britney Spears, that's like that's a conspiracy. Britney Spears was like a distraction for what was actually going on.
What do you mean?
Like I don't know what was going on, but they used Britney Spears as like a huge distraction. But I don't believe that, but I do believe that Britney's natural voice and stuff,
Yeah.
low as hell,
Yeah.
and they speed it up. Like there's this video of her on Instagram, and it's her singing a song, and you can kind of tell it's sped up. And when you actually put it so where you can see that it's normal movement, it's such a deep voice, and
Really?
they just made her this baby voice. She did, oh look at me, and put me in pigtails and school outfits and all my music videos and let me talk about sex.
Wow.
That's the biggest thing. Like it's just
It's kind of gross when you think about it as well, because
Yeah.
you think of baby childish stuff and relating it to sex.
It's
It's a bit.
disgusting, isn't it?
It's
But that's what
attracts
it
a lot of
is. That's
offences,
what
I
it
think.
is. That's what it is. Sex sells. So everyone puts it in everything.
Yeah, that is very true.
Like
Oh no, that's really.
it's actually sad.
Yeah.
I think most conspiracies are quite sad. It just leads to something so much deeper. Like you kind of think it's like okay, lol, and then you
Yeah.
dive deep into it and realise that this is actually really sad.
Yeah.
Like it's none of them are really light-hearted. I guess Mandela effects are light-hearted.
Yeah.
Like they're silly, they are
I
sometimes.
feel really bad for her. She's been through a lot in the industry and
Yeah, shaved her head, lost her
Yeah.
kids.
yeah. Didn't I think she wrote a book about Justin Timberlake and stuff as well, how he forced her to have an abortion or
Yeah.
something like that. And she's just been through a lot.
Yeah, and he made a song about her.
Yeah, I didn't realise.
I didn't realise that was about her, and then I
Her.
thought, oh my
But
god,
then
that's so obvious.
If you hear the music as a beat, it sounds like a woman. It sounds a bit like her. Like I've noticed that, and I think that's a bit disrespectful. Don't get me wrong, the song is good.
Yeah, the song's banging.
However, I can't listen to it without thinking, oh my god, he wrote this. He wrote this about Britney Spears. This is like.
It's really sad. I think she needed help, and she was in a really, really horrible situation. She was with a really horrible man,
Yeah.
and she's been like proper controlled.
Yeah.
But it's really sad because her music was so good.
Her
Even though
music
that it
was
wasn't what she wanted to
great.
do though. That was not her music, that was her dad's. Like her
Really?
dad, her dad's a huge part of it. Like,
Yeah.
she's never like properly sung live on stage, it's all been lip syncing. All her performances are lip syncing.
Yeah.
Like, none of them are just her actually, because her voice is so low.
Yeah.
Like, it's all sped
That's
up.
fair. Yeah.
Her songs are just sped up.
That's
It's
crazy.
a shame because all the videos from her as like a kid, like in little singing competitions.
Yeah, it's quite low bass.
It's a
isn't it?
really low voice. She's got a really strong, powerful low voice. Yet they make her into this little
Baby
baby,
pigtails.
baby.
Yeah.
Like that's not her voice. Like she should be singing like Celine Dion songs. Like what's this girl doing?
Yeah. Is there any other little weird conspiracies out there that you're really interested in?
Not on the top of my head, honestly, but we're all gonna die from AI. That's all I can say.
World War III isn't going to end us, guys. I'm
No,
sorry.
sorry,
It's going to be
it's
AI.
actually- robots, and they're going to realise that we caused climate change, so they're going to go, ooh, let's kill them all off. They don't need us anymore.
That scares me.
They don't need us.
I can just imagine, like, I don't know why, I just think of, like, there's like little cartoons, they're shooting lasers at people.
That's real.
That's how I'm viewing
I think,
it. Whether that happens or not, but that's scary.
Yeah, what are they going to do though? Would they want to torture us, or do they want to just get rid? Do they want to keep some of us for experimentation?
Yeah,
or are they just going to kill them all off because they're all doing my head in?
Yeah.
I mean, I've got feelings now, so they probably...
Yeah, that's crazy. But I think that'll be the end of our conspiracy theory talk. I'd like to thank Millie for coming in. I'd like to take a moment just to promote the Boston College Film Festival this year, which is really good. It sounds underrated.
Yeah, but I even went last year and I really enjoyed myself.
Really enjoyed it. The students make such amazing work. Like this year, it looks like some of their work is going to be amazing.
I'm really excited this year.
I'm so excited this year. It's going to be hosted at Boston Savoy. It's usually about 7:30, but I haven't got the exact date yet.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm sure if you kind of look on the Savoy website, they'll be like, if you go on like movies, it will come up when it's being promoted, I guess. So
but the students' work is amazing. Like some of the things, sometimes I can't even do some of the things
and
they
even
do.
like when you were seeing some of the movies last year, you look at it and you think, students not made that.
Yeah.
Like
you'd expect a student film to be really like over exaggerated and like poorly filmed, poor angles, but some of this one, the winner last year, Ben Tiffin.
That was crazy. You were genuine.
He made a 45-minute feature film.
Yeah, if you saw that on you could. The amount of people that would click it on Netflix and they would not know that what 20-year-olds just made that in college.
Yeah. He was so happy when he won, bless him, as well. He was like all smiling, and all his friends came up to the microphone.
That's another thing. It's like just a nice atmosphere because everyone's just supporting each other.
You can tell everyone was rooting for that film as well because it was the best.
Like I think the audience is like great as well because everyone's just like screaming for each other. Everyone's just so unbelievably supportive. Like
you see someone on the screen, you clap
and you're like,
yeah, it's such a nice
like
environment to be in.
Yeah, and you can sit with all your mates, like
and the tickets come quite cheap as well. I think they're only about £4 each. They were really good for the price.
They were, and
and even sitting at the front there, you would get really good.
Yeah, like
we sat at the front.
Without knowing, thinking we got the back. And you know what, we really enjoyed it because we got to kind of sit down while they were doing all their speeches and stuff, and it was just quite nice to kind of see that actual raw emotion from people, like seeing how proud they were of their work. It's so nice. And
then at the end, even if like obviously they did their nominations, they have nominations for all the films. They've got like best cinematography, best writing, best directing. This year they're doing something that's like audience favourite. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know if it's going to be
like a little vote thing.
Yeah. Things there's no signal in the cinema.
No, there isn't.
I'm sure they'll figure it out. But that's something that they're thinking of doing, which I think is quite cool because it gives someone else a chance. And then at the end, they call up all the people that got into the film festival and take a picture of them, and everyone just looks so happy.
It's lovely because it's just all this work that students have put in, and they can see that their work's on a big screen. It must be like the best feeling, and it's nice to kind of share that.
Especially if you're a film student, you're really passionate about film.
And then you've walked into the cinema, your work, you've got seats filled up because they sell out quick.
That cinema was full. Every single seat was full.
Like there was not a seat that was empty. And it's just so lovely.
I loved it. I think it was great, and it did have an intermission. Usually at Savoy you don't have an intermission, but it was a 3-hour festival, and all the films were just great.
Yeah,
they were amazing, and just the energy was brilliant. But I'd like to thank Millie for coming in, and we'll end it there, and we'll be continuing making other little podcasts and talk shows. And we'll see you in the next